Let's go. What is going on, everybody? It's Project Storm, and today is Thursday, September 1st, 2022, which also means that it's GFN Thursday. We're going to get into the latest blog recap. Let's go. All right, what is going on, everybody? It's Project Storm, and as you can see, we're live at 4K 60 FPS. And you're looking at the official Geforce NOW blog. Before we get into today's video, anybody that stopped by the channel knows that I like to add live gameplay of the RTX 3080 tier in action. But this week, I can't do that because I have to go to open house. It's that time of year. Parents know what I'm talking about if you have kids. It's back to school night, open house, meet the teacher night, and all those things going on. So I will be back with live gameplay sometime soon, so keep it locked on the channel. Now we're going to go back 3 weeks as I always do to remind you all that GFN Thursday brought thunder to the cloud with Rumbleverse, a game that I've tried, haven't gotten too deep into it because there's too many games out these days, right? But this is one that you don't want to miss, or at least want to check out, especially at 1440p 120 frames per second in a web browser like Edge or Chrome. It's crazy. I tell you what else was crazy, right? And that was 2 weeks ago, everyone received an easy A. GeForce NOW brought higher resolution and frame rates for browser streaming on PC and more. Then just last week, GFN Thursday added Saints Row Genshin Impact on mobile with touch controls and more. Now this week, GFN Thursday slides into September with 22 new games, and we're about to get into it. Let's go. So it says here, plan this month's adventure with the latest additions, including 19 day-and-date releases. As always, shout out to the GeForce NOW community. Amazing things happens in that community, like playing with the most visual fidelity and highest FPS deliverable in the cloud, especially via a web browser. So if you're interested in that RTX 3080 tier, if you want to know what I'm talking about, you can check that link out as well below. I've dropped that one there for you to check out. All right, you all, we're gonna roll through this so I can get up out of here. Now this guy right here I'm paying close attention to because I'm waiting to hear any news that comes from Nvidia regarding the new GPUs. And we know they're coming eventually. I just want to know when. All right. So I'm keeping it locked, y'all. Shout out to Jensen. All right. It says we'd wake you up when September ends, but then you miss out on a whole new set of games coming to GeForce NOW. Gear up for 22 games joining the GeForce NOW library with 19 day-and-date releases, including action role-playing games still rising. Playing them all will take some serious strategy. And build a perfect minifigure fighter and Lego Brawls, one of 10 new additions streaming this week. Now I have all 10 of those right up there, and we're going to break them down as I always do. Shout out to devs and publishers and all that good stuff, and let you all see what the users are thinking on Steam and Epic Games. And then it says, finally, did you hear? The 2.0.44 update starting to roll out now and continuing over the next week is bringing new audio modes to the PC and Mac apps. Priority members can experience support for 5.1 surround sound, and GeForce NOW RTX 3080 members like myself can enjoy support for both 5.1 and 7.1 surround sound. Vive les video games. See, they tried to get me right here. They tried to get me. They're like, no way Project Storm is going to be able to say this. And I don't know if I did it right. That's French, right? I'm assuming that's French. They almost threw me off my game, but I'm going to keep on rolling. It says the revolution is streaming from the cloud. GeForce NOW brings 22 new titles in September to nearly all devices. Steel yourself for the challenging action RPG Still Rising, arriving later this month at launch with RTX on. Now, some of my friends are like, yeah, do we even need ray tracing? RTX and all that stuff is cool and all that, but man, And I'm like, oh, stop right there. Ray tracing is very important because you wouldn't walk outside, look down at a puddle of water and not expect to see reflections, right? And then they all just stop talking, you know? Well, we're going to move on, though, you all. It says, play as Aegis, a mechanical masterpiece, and save France from the madness of King Louis XVI and his army of mechanical soldiers. String together dodges, parries, jumps, and devastating attacks to fight through Paris. Encounter allies and enemies and historical figures like Marie Antoinette, Lafayette, and what is this one? I'm sorry, Robespierre, and more. Oh, wow. I need to brush up on that one. Now, that almost got me. Said, lead the revolution across low-end PCs, Macs, and mobile phones. Experience still rising with beautiful cinematic graphics, turning RTX on, and take cloud gaming to the next level by upgrading to the RTX 3080 membership. Streaming at 4K resolution on PC and Mac native apps. Okay, now we're going to check out the full list of games that's slated to come for this month. First is Trail Out, new release on Steam, September 7th. Next, Still Rising, new release on Steam and Epic Games, September 8th. Broken Pieces, new release on Steam, September 9th. Izanzo, new release on Steam and Epic Games Store, September 13th. Little Orpheus, new release on Steam and Epic Games Store, September 13th. Cube, 10th anniversary, new release on Steam, September 14th. Metal, Hellsinger, new release on Steam, September 15th. Stone's Keeper, new release on Steam, September 15th. SBK 22, Steam, September 15th. Construction Simulator, Steam, September 20th. Solstice, new release on Steam, September 20th. The Legend of Heroes, Trails from Zero, new release on Steam and Epic Games Store, September 27th. Brewmaster, Beer Brewing Simulator, Steam, September 29th. Jagged Alliance, Rage, Steam. Weeble, Steam. Animal Shelter coming to Steam as well, or playable on, if you have a Steam or Epic Games Store or Origin or Ubisoft Connect or GOG account, you can link them directly to Geforce Now and stream your games without downloads or any other hassles like that, all right? You instantly start playing as soon as you claim those games. But I think we left off at River City Saga, Three Kingdoms, Steam. That's coming to Steam, all right? Ground Branch, Steam as well. And it says, have a brawl this week. The September gaming fun starts with 10 new games streaming this week, including tomorrow's release of Lego Brawls, streaming on Geforce Now for PC, Mac OS, and Chrome OS, and web browsers. Now, this looks like a fun one that my son may be interested in, but he plays so much Fortnite right now that I don't know. I may have to check the game out myself, so I can bring out the kid in me. It says here, dream up the ultimate Lego minifigure brawlers and splash your way into the first team action brawler set in the Lego universe. Design heroes with unique styles, strategies, and personalities, and level them up for unlockable content. Team up and brawl 4v4 party with friends or play in a battle royale style game mode to beat the competition. With ultra low latency, there's no need to worry about lagging behind. Catch the complete list of games streaming this week. Again, they're right up here and we're going to get right to them. But first, I want to show you all this right here because this is what I'm talking about when I say give or take each week when it comes to Geforce Now. Now, they will tell us that 22 new games are coming, right? But the reality might be at times that more games will be delivered. It's a beautiful thing. So it says on top of the 38 games announced last month, an extra 4 came to the cloud in August. One was Destiny 2, which we saw that great reveal. Shout out to Bungie. Epic Games Store, you all. Guild Wars 2, Steam. Tyrant's Blessing, Epic Games Store. Warhammer 40k Mechanicus, Epic Games Store. One game announced last month, Mondili, Steam didn't make it due to a shift in the release date, which is why I say give or take, right? But one thing we know for sure is that this blog and Twitter, Geforce Now, is always going to keep us updated. So you want to keep it locked in. It says, with all these sweet new games to play, we want to know what snack is powering your gaming sessions up. Let us know on Twitter or in the comments below. Now, I always say that you should go over and follow Nvidia Geforce Now on Twitter. That would be the most wisest thing you can actually do if you care about cloud gaming and Geforce Now. All right. So go and check them out at Nvidia GFN. That's what I do, and I definitely take part in these questions and everything. But it says, what is your go-to snack while playing games? Honestly, I have too many to name. It could be anything from popcorn to chips to pretzels to graham crackers. The list goes on. Fruit. The list goes on and on. The one thing I don't do though is touch my controller while I'm playing my games. I will use a fork to eat chips if I have to, you all, but that's just me. How about you all? Now it's time to close this out and go right to the first game, which is Call of the WoW, The Angler. I know that some people are looking forward to this one. I like Fishing Planet. I always say that that's one of my favorite fishing games. And I see the review is mostly negative. That's okay. But at the end of the day, it's going to depend on what you think when you hit the waters, right? Released on August 31st, 2022, developed and published by Expansive Worlds. Next up, a game that people were looking for in the Geforce Now community, F1 Manager 2022. Mostly positive reviews, released August 30th, 2022, developed and published by Frontier Developments. Next, we have Sept, a game that looks pretty interesting to me. Like one of the twitchy shooters like a Doom or whatever the case. Some of those games like Quake just reminds me of that twitchy type of environment and stuff, or that feel. But mixed reviews right here. Released on August 31st, 2022, developed by Damaged State Limited or Ltd. Published by Quale. All right, next up we have Gerda, A Flame in Winter. No reviews yet. One user review. Is too new, so keep it locked over on Steam to see what people are thinking about that one. Released September 1st, 2022, which is today. Developed by Porta Play, published by Don't Nod. All right, so check that one out, you all, if you're interested. Next up is a game that I used to watch this show, but Mythbusters, the game, Crazy Experiment Simulator. September 1st, developed by Byte Barrel, published by Movie Games SA, Playway SA. Next up is Lego Brawls, released tomorrow, September 2nd, 2022, developed by Red Games Co., published by Lego Games. Next up, over on the Epic Games Store, we have Arcade Paradise. All right, you all can check this one out. I don't see any reviews for this one, but it released on August 11th, 2022. All right, developed by Nosebleed Interactive, published by Wired Productions. So shout out to each and one of these developers and publishers that I've called out so far. All right. Next, we have Dark Deity, 4.3 out of 5 stars on Epic Games Store. We have developers Sword and Axe LLC, published by Freedom Games, released on December 17, 2021, with an initial release date of June 14, 2021. Next up is a game that I've heard about. I've tried this one myself, you all. You see the reviews. It's Hotline Miami 2, wrong number. Overwhelmingly positive reviews. Very positive. Well, that was recent, and this is overall very positive reviews, y'all. Seems like people really enjoy that one. Released on March 10th, 2015. Developed by Denton Games. Published by Devolver Digital. And last but not least, we have Lumencraft. Very positive reviews recently. Overall, mostly positive. Released on April 13, 2022. Developed by 2 Dynamic Games. Published by Star Drifters Surefire Games, or Surefire.Games. All right, so you can definitely check all those games out, you all. This is going to wrap it up for today. I said it was going to be a short one because I had to get up out of here. But until the next one, 3 things I need you all to do is keep it safe, keep it positive, and keep it gaming. And until the next one, I'm out of here. Peace.